Welcome back to Mow Digging, you guys. Today I'm out in the country just kind of looking around at a piece of property that a friend owns. It apparently has history going back to the 1800s, so I'm hoping to find some things from that era. I haven't found too much in the few hours that I've been here, but I have found a few things that date back quite a ways, so let's get straight to it and see what I find. Well, folks, I've been out here about 20 minutes now and dug up a few pieces of can, the remnants of an old pop cap gun, but I finally got something just a little older. It's really nothing special, but I got a little copper ring of some sort. So that's my first older target. It's maybe a piece off of a lantern or something, but nothing terribly special. We'll put it in the bag and keep hunting. Hopefully I find my first coin out here. I haven't found any yet, but I'm hoping for something old. Well, surprisingly, here's something that's maybe just a little bit older too. Got myself a harmonica reed. I've dug up many of these over the years. This one looks actually to be made of zinc or something. They're usually brass, but that's kind of neat. We'll get back at it and on to our next find. Well, finds have been pretty slim out here so far. I haven't found a coin yet, and I've been here for about an hour. But I just got my first older thick piece of brass. So looks like a drawer pull, if I had to guess. Kind of neat, rang up great. But still no coins yet. Let's get back to hunting. Man, this property has been really difficult to detect. I have not found a lot of old stuff, but thankfully I just got another thing that at least has some age to it. Looks like an old gas valve would be my guess. Pretty neat, big brass thing. It was about 6 inches down, but kind of neat. We'll throw it in the bag and keep hunting. Man, finds out here have been few and far between. I found a ton of trash, quite a few mason jar lids, but here's something that's got at least a little bit of interest to it. I've got the innards to a pocket watch. Just popped that out at about 6 inches, so not a bad find, I suppose, but in pretty bad shape, unfortunately. On to the next one. Well, I'm about 3 hours in right now, and I still haven't found a coin, if you can believe that. Unfortunately, that's pretty true of a lot of these rural Missouri locations. People just did not have money back in the pre-1940s. A lot of times people didn't carry stuff around in these small little locations, but I'll show you a couple of the most recent disappointments that I've had. Man, I thought I was digging coins for both of these signals. They're just some like copper bracing or something like that, but here's my most recent signal. I just got myself a button, an aluminum button at about 4 inches. Rang up great. Thought I was digging up a silver coin, but unfortunately not. Let's get back to it. Oh man, here's another disappointing coin signal I just had. I just got myself a zipper at about 3 inches. Scoville, I believe it says. Oh well. Back to it. This was just a big slamming 80-something signal, and I popped it out of the ground, and it is a big old piece of lead. Look at that thing. That's got to be at least 5 or 6 ounces of lead. Kind of odd to be out here, but you got to remember back in the day, people used lead for all sorts of things, whether it was for making bullets or repairing things. So kind of neat. Let's get back to it. Just got myself some more harmonica reed. This one's actually brass, like what I normally find. So pretty cool. There must have been a lot of people back in the day that played the harmonica. I think it was just because it was a small handheld musical instrument that a lot of people could afford and a lot of people could learn how to play. So find a lot of these out detecting. Let's get back to it. Just got myself an itty bitty coin signal and pop that out. Some sort of little brass or copper rivety kind of thing, but I just got this right afterwards. I got a like a little compact kind of thing. So I think it says Garden Glow. Boy, was it deep. It was like 12 inches down. Obviously for probably a lady that lived out here. I'm not sure, it's probably some sort of makeup or something. Palmer Garden Glow. Kind of neat. Boy, it's been a hard day detecting, but just got myself another little compact. So there was a lady out here, looks like. Pretty smashed up and not a terribly nice one, but still kind of cool. It's a little ornate. I popped this plug just right. Look what I have sitting here in the bottom of it. I've got myself the top toe safety razor. Kind of cool. It's not silver, I think just a little plated one, but still pretty neat. There's somebody out here shaving years and years ago. Probably a rural farmer. Pretty cool. On to the next find. Nothing too great here, but just got myself a toy. Little toy car. Looks like it's a dump truck. I think it says made in Hong Kong on the back. So it's got a little bit of age to it. I have to clean that up when I get home and be able to read that better. I think it's a Lesney. So these were popular, I think, in the 50s and 60s. I've found Lesney toy cars before. So pretty cool. This signal was just a little ways down. Got myself a really old iron lock. So that's different. Unfortunately, I think the face is missing off of it, which is usually brass, but still a pretty cool find. Old lock. Here's a staple of a lot of these rural locations here in the Midwest. I got myself an axe head. This was kind of a tool that every household needed out here in the middle of nowhere if you needed to chop wood. So kind of cool. I don't really like finding them, to be honest with you, because they're big and bulky and hard to do anything with, but still a cool find. Part of the history out here. Wouldn't you know it, I've been out here for probably 4.5 hours now, and right before I'm about to leave, I think I've got my coolest find of the day. I have got what looks to be a badge. It looks to be similar to a lot of car badges that I've seen in the past. I believe it says Saxon. You can see there's some like blue enameling up there. That is really interesting. I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna have to clean that up at home and tell you guys, because I am not sure. Certainly a different find. I'm gonna guess car badge, but it could be a number of other things. So give me a moment and we'll find out in the wrap up. Well, you guys, I'm back at home now and it's time to do a wrap up. Well, folks, here is the board after 4.5 hours of digging. It's not too bad, but let's look at the other stuff before we get too deep into that. I did get that lock, old iron lock. That's pretty cool. There's that big old heavy piece of lead that was a couple inches down. That's been out there a while, so it's got some sort of purpose. I'm sure somebody was using it years and years ago. Managed to get this big old axe head. There's that ruined piece of a pocket watch. It's in pretty rough shape, but you can still tell what it is, thankfully. I managed to find a staple of a lot of these house sites out in the rural parts of the Midwest. Mason jar lids. I got a whole bunch of them. In fact, there were more out there, I'm sure. Quite a few more, but find a lot of those. Here's the trash bucket. Got an amp energy out there and just a million random pieces of junk. A piece of an old cap gun and all sorts of random things sitting out there. So pretty common for a lot of these house sites. But let's look at the board and the good stuff. Here's a piece off of a toy rifle, probably. Kind of the trigger guard thing. Kind of cool. Got a few pieces of copper wiring. I'll throw it in my scrap bucket. There's that Lesney dump truck, matchbox. That's a cool little find. I'm sure some little kid was kind of distraught that they lost that. Not in the greatest shape and only has one wheel left, but I like these older matchbox cars. Pretty cool. We did get this really awesome gas valve, I would think that is. It's got a few fleur-de-lis on it, and it's a pretty heavy piece of brass. Not a bad little find there. What else do we have? There's a kind of a random piece of zinc. There's an old bottle cap, some brass and copper rings. There's another big piece of brass or copper. Some copper bracketing. There's a piece of electrical brass. Got this pretty neat old drawer hinge sitting out there. I will take that. Don't know what this is. If you guys have any idea, please let me know. Some sort of heavy duty industrial piece. Not sure what that would be off of, but I'll probably scrap that as well. Don't know what this is either. If you guys have any clue, please let me know. Kind of a coppery thing. Got this top to an old safety razor. That's pretty cool. Haven't found one of those in a while. It is a Gillette, so I'd say it's probably got some age to it, at least from the 40s, if not older. This looks to be probably a piece of a toy, I would think. I found these before. Maybe a steering wheel or a wheel off of a toy. Garden Glow. This is that little cosmetic container. Probably had some sort of beauty product in it, I would think. I have no idea what this is. If you guys know, please let me know. This is a big heavy-duty piece of brass that I found. I don't know if it's off of a vehicle or some sort of farm machinery. Not really sure about that one. It is stamped with a P there, but I'm not entirely sure. Please let me know if you happen to have an idea. There's that other little compact that's in kind of destroyed condition. Still pretty cool though. So there's a compact. Ended up getting a few little aluminum buttons. There's some coppery rivets and things. If you can believe it, I didn't find a single coin while I was out there. Haven't done that in a while. Gone on a hunt and not found a coin. But I did dig a lot of coin signals out there, but just couldn't get over anything. That brass zipper, these harmonica reeds. Like I said, these are really common finds out at some of these older house sites. I think it was just a really popular instrument for that time period. But by far my favorite find has to be this really cool Saxon Radiator badge. This is from the Saxon Motor Car Company up in Michigan. They produce cars from, I believe, 1914 to 1922. So this thing has a lot of age to it. That is just a beautiful little car badge. I love finding pieces of early automotive history here in the United States. And this is a killer find. So I really appreciate you guys watching. We had a lot of fun during this hunt. Found a few neat relics and a lot of trash. But please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye now.